Well, first, Vitor, obviously, thank you very much for taking the time. Fighting here again in Brazil, this has been a great place for you over the years. How excited are you to be headlining another card here in Brazil? I'm
very excited, very happy. Special, pulling a great crowd. People will be up, and I'm going to be fighting at 3 a.m., so it's pretty radical. So I'm very thankful to have this kind of fan base, and I'm very thankful as well. And I'm excited, like always.
Has it been difficult for you? You and I have talked so many times over the years, and it seemed like we were finally over all the news. Testosterone was done, and then a story comes up that's from 3 years ago. Has it been tough to stay away from the distractions and move past that?
It is what it is. I always been very open. 14 guys was in the treatment. 12 of them are American, and the media kind of picked me up. But for that, I think because of my success, devastating the new generation. But 12 of all these 14 was Americans, and I think success is something with our work ethic and pursuing to greatness, and that's been my career, and I'm very thankful. I always work great with the UFC, with the commission, and I never fought without approval of a commission in the UFC. So, people talk about it, people say that, but the truth is the truth. So I don't know what to say anymore, but I'm thankful because when you clean, when you're free, you're free.
Yeah. I guess that was going to be my question, because do you feel, I know you're a man of faith, I know you're a man of integrity, do you feel like you have a clear conscience if people say, did you do anything wrong, that you can look them in the eye and say, I wasn't doing anything wrong?
Being a man of faith and being a man of honor doesn't mean you don't do things, always. So I think the thing of life is this. You always be honest with yourself, be honest what you do. So I was very open. A lot of people, they don't even know fighters, they don't even know the name, mention the name, they're in TRT. So I was very open, talk about it. And I think the media just became a big issue with that thing, but it's not anymore. So I'm still in TRT, but now the true meaning of TRT for me is the true revival touch. So, that's my energy. It's been great, Of course, I wish I could go back in the treatment and encourage that people has that deficient, to do the treatment. It's medical issue, but you cannot. You got to live with it. You got to go through it, Just obey the law and just move forward.
Last time we saw you was in May. Very disappointing loss. I remember seeing just the look on your face, how disappointed you were. Talk about getting past that, kind of rebounding, getting back on top of things. Was it a difficult process for you to get remotivated and back into the gym?
Just like anything in life, my life is being reborn. I have reborn for many different issues in my life, and professional issues, you just got to go through it. That's a part of fighting life. You just got to pursue it, what is in your heart, in your passion. So it was a difficult night for me. A lot of cancellation, I think was the whole thing was the whole scene was. It would just pass on. It's like the water just went through it, and lives in the past, and it's gone. And I'm happy. I'm here.
They brought the name Dan Henderson to you. I think a lot of us were kind of surprised to see this matchup. I mean, it will be the third fight, and that's good. But did you ask for this fight? Were you surprised that it came for you? What did you think when this was presented?
I think a lot of people was asking to fight me. Like Bisping, I accepted, and then he did stop talking. Dan Henderson asked for this fight, and the UFC offered me this fight. So, you just got to understand that I'm fighting for this organization for a long time, and you just got to see what's there. Supposed to fight Romero, but then they match Romero with Jacare. That makes sense. They are the next guy for the title. And you just gotta, I'm very excited. Dan is a great competitor, a great athlete and a great history, and I think match pretty good. We have history in the octagon, so we're gonna have a great night. It's gonna be a good night for me.
You beat him so decisively last time, though. I mean, it was such a dominant victory. Was there any part of you that was like, I don't want to do this fight again? I already beat him.
You just gotta. I take every fight as the next fight, and every fight is different. I think even though it's a rematch, rubber match, is the third fight, doesn't matter. Every fight is the first fight. I see like we're going to fight for the first time, and I got to go with my game plan and just go there, execute my best.
You're starting your 20th year of professional fighting. incredible, you know, that you've been around that long and what you've seen and what you've done. Are you starting to think about the end at all? Are you starting to think about life beyond fighting, or do you still feel like you're at your peak?
I just feel like in my life, my octagon doesn't have cage, you know. It's open. So I'm glad that I can fight because I love, you know, not because I need it. So not a lot of fighters can be in that position. So still passion, still, you know, my body function well. And when it's time to, I think when it's time to walk away, that of course close. But I cannot be doing this I don't see myself doing this for 30 years, more years. So I think it's just leaving the legacy is something that you live for the next generation. So I'm excited to when I'm time to go, just walk away. So I did what I have to do, and now just see the sport, enjoy, and help the sport gets bigger. And I can see, you know, MMA in the Olympics very soon.
Wow. You talk about your legacy. I mean, there's so much you've already accomplished. Is there anything still on the list you feel like you have to do? Is it about title shots, or sometimes we hear guys say it's just interesting fights or certain things? I mean, what's left on that checklist of things you need to do?
It's pretty interesting. You know, I'm a type of guy that I'm very easygoing. I don't wish anything. I can live is what in front of me. I think people are having lived that with a mindset that whatever is in front of you, whatever house you live, whatever car you have, whatever family you have, that's the best you have. That's the best of your life. Like, I encourage every father to look in their son and say, that's the cutest kids in the planet. That's how he has to feel like, because that's something unique, you know. So I have a unique situation. I have a unique career. It's only one Vitor Belfort. So I have to take the good and the bad, you know what I mean? That's life. You know, you cannot live your life just thinking that all good stuff happen, you know, because in the end of the day, you're born with the sentence of death. You just don't know when, but not every man really lives. So I really want to live, and I want to make my mark, and I want to do my best.
Do you still enjoy the sport? You said you still have passion for it, but all that you've had to be through, like you said, the media kind of coming after you and all the negativity you've had to deal with, do you still enjoy the sport and enjoy your career?
You know, you got to understand, they are friends. You know, I think all the media now, I'm very open. I'm never trying to run away from them. I think we have, that's common in life. We have good days, bad days. But in the end of the day, you know, when you earn respect, you know, that's something that you earn. You know, one can take from you. And I think that's what I've been doing with the media, you know, just being very open. You know, I was the only guy who opened all my private tests, you know, share with them. You know, the sport is growing so much, and I think it's you know, the truth is something that come along. People see, you know, no perfect people in the world, but I think you got to live what you believe, and you got to go through it.
That's awesome. Saturday night, what do we see? Another first round knockout? Is that what's on deck for us?
I'm going after the W, so I'm very excited.